Okay, so previously we talked about how to set up the equation for congruent angles. And so I just want to go through the steps in solving equations to remind you. And we need to be really careful because when we are solving angle problems, sometimes it'll say find the angle measure. Sometimes it will just say find x. And so we have to pay really close attention to what it's asking for. So we're gonna kind of do both. So remember, solving an equation with variables on both sides. I want to get my variables on the same side by doing the inverse operation. So this would be 2x minus 5 equals 5. Okay, and then I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 2x equals 10, and if I divide by 2, I get x equals 5. So I just want you to know that sometimes that's what they want. They just want to know the value of x. But let's go ahead and take it a step further. Let's find our angle measures. Now we know these angles, we already said they were congruent, they're equal, so I really only have to calculate the angle measure of one of them. So I'm going to take my 5 and I'm going to plug it back in for x. So this would be 21 times 5 plus 5. And this is, pick up your calculator. Okay, you don't have to do this with your own brain. I'm going to do that with my own brain, but you don't have to. That's perfectly acceptable to type it in just like that into your calculator. 105 plus 5 is 110. And so each of those angles is 110 degrees. Okay, let's look at the second one. So again, I've got variables on both sides. We need the variables on the same side. We can move 14x, we can move 12x. I think a lot of you like your variable to be on the left side, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract 14x from both sides. 12 minus 14 is negative 2. Okay. I'm going to move the 17 to the other side. Negative 2x equals negative 18. I'm going to divide by negative 2. X equals 9. Sometimes that's all they want to know is what is x equal to. Okay, let's go a little step further and let's find the angle measure. 12 times 9 plus 17. So that would be 108 plus 17, which is 125. So each angle, we already know they're congruent, each angle is 125 degrees. Okay, now I want to go ahead and look at our supplementary angles that we also did the other day. And we already wrote our equations, and so I just want to go through these equations. So we see that these equations are a little bit different because we don't have variables on both sides. So remember, we're thinking through our don't call me after midnight. Don't call me after midnight. Okay? So we don't have the distributive property. We do though have like terms. This first C, remember, stands for to combine like terms. So I do have some like terms over here on the left. I can put together 4 and 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. I can put together 5x plus x, which is 6x. So that's the first thing we need to do is combine like terms. I don't have variables on both sides, so we don't need to worry about that. Now I'm going to move my constant by subtracting it. 6x equals 174, and I don't know what this division is, so I'm going to pick up my calculator now, and I'm going to divide 174 divided by 6. And that gives me x equals 29. So x is 29. Now remember, these angles are supplementary. They're not equal. So I actually have to calculate both angles. So 4 plus 5 times 29 Okay, so again, pick up your calculator. 4 plus 5 times 29, I just typed it right in, is 149. So this angle is 149 degrees. And then this angle is simply 29 plus 2, which is 31 degrees. And if we did it correctly, this should add up to 180. So we could check ourselves. Is 149 plus 31 equal to 180? Yes, it is, right? Okay, let's look at the next one. So let's see, I have my equation over here. I'm hoping this comes out right because we changed this, but let's see. So I'm going to start by combining my like terms. 4x plus 11x, 15x. Negative 8 plus 2, negative 6. Okay, I just combined my like terms. Okay, now I'm going to add 6. 15x equals 186. Oh, I don't know, y'all aren't going to like this, but we get a decimal, 12.4. Totally okay to get a decimal, 12.4. Okay, now we need to find our two angle measures. Okay, so I'm going to say 4 times 12.4 minus 8. Now, I really want you to see, I'm just using decimals right now. 4 times 12.4 minus 8, 41.6. 41.6 degrees, okay? Now we're going to do the bottom one. 11 times 12.4 minus 8. 11 times 12.4 minus 8. 128.4. Now that looks weird to me. Let's double check this. I want to make sure that really equals 180. 128.4 plus 41.6. I feel like it does not. Okay, so it does not. It does not equal 180, but that's my fault because I changed this. And so then the problem didn't end up working out because of that. But if we've done it all correctly, normally it should come out equal. Okay? Okay, last one, just going through how to solve the problem again. And again, because I changed this, it's going to be messed up. So 3x plus 11x is 14x. 10 plus 2 is 12 equals 180. So remember, just solving equations. Minus 12, 14x equals, oh, I better double check myself. I don't feel confident of doing that subtraction in my head. 168. And then I do 168 divided by 14, and I get x equals 12. And then remember, all we have to do is plug it back in and solve. So I messed up, I apologize, I messed up this problem because of that typo right there.